Hey, Fivers! Look at that. We've got ourselves in after the 5 for this. This was a lot of fun. That original planter that Angus made and I printed, and then Sydney and I believe, put the plant in there. That was a lot of fun. I think it was time to update it, and it was time to go visit Anne of All Trades. Such a lovely human. Oh, it was a lot of fun. We actually went out there and we had a bit of fun. It wasn't just filming. We got to see the animals, my wife and my kids and myself. We all went out there and it was a bunch of fun. We recorded an After the 5 at Anne of All Trades' little shop. So here you go. Perfect!
Glorious.
That was perfect.
Sweet. You feel free to cut out any of my plant nerding.
No, we're gonna include it all. This is the saw stop, where if skin touches the blade, it brings it down. Have you seen those?
No. It's the bee's knees.
If you're running wood and your thumb was accidentally there, then it'll just reduce the blade, and you're left with a tiny nick rather than a missing digit.
Hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I first got started woodworking, like 2 weeks in, one of my really good friends cut off his hand in the table saw.
That's not good.
And like his
hand?
His whole, like, he has a palm left. And it was like the most grisly ordeal ever. They tried to reattach some of his fingers and like it didn't take, and it was so disturbing. And so I didn't use a table saw after that for 5 years, basically until I used a saw stop, and I was like, you know, it's a lot of money, but it's also like one ER visit, if you actually cut off a finger, is going to be a heck of a lot more expensive than the saw.
Yeah.
So, oh, don't worry about that. I literally will just get out my 10,000 shop vacs and vacuum it right up.
Oh, you do have some shop vacs.
I have many. Home Depot sends me a new one every quarter to review, and I'm like, well, thank you for this. I don't really know what else to say about this vacuum except that it also sucks. But
also on my videos, I do a little segment called After the 5 for everyone that supports me on Patreon for $5 or more. Because at the end of my videos, I say, as always, high five. And then at the end, I drop my hand. I was like, hey, Fivers. And then it's like a behind the scenes sort of thing, of stream of consciousness, whatever. And so I figured we could give them a little story about how we finally met 3,000 miles away.
Perfect. All right.
So it started with, well, hey, Fivers. This is Ann.
Hey.
It started, let's see. Bill and Brittany and Evan and Caitlin were visiting.
Yes.
And they came over to my house. And then they said, hey, after your house, we're going to go to Anne of All Trades' house. I was like, oh, really? Oh, that's so cool. And so then I sent you a message. I was like, oh, you have animals? It's cool. We should meet. I couldn't come along with Bill and Brittany and Evan and Caitlin. And so we had talked about meeting, and then we went to ThinkerCon. And that's where we actually met.
In Alabama, no less.
Huntsville.
So we live, 30 minutes from each other?
It took 25 minutes
25 minutes, yeah. So it's always nice to meet your neighbors in another state. But the funniest thing is that even Bill and Rainey, right?
Bill and Brittany.
Brad. Sorry.
That's okay.
Bill and Brittany.
Names are hard.
I only met because I knew Evan and Caitlin randomly because we met at a taco place in Texas.
When you were down with April?
Yeah, a few years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the whole reason that we were able to meet up and do this video is because of tacos.
Queso, really.
That's
queso brings the world together. Melted cheese and milkshakes, it turns out.
Milkshakes
also, random side note, I don't know if Joel's ever shared with you his love for milkshakes, but we enjoyed an evening milkshake every evening. Oh, except for the one night we were too late for milkshakes and had to settle for a Pizookie instead.
A Pizookie, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, it was you, it was April Wilkerson, it was
Bob Plaggett.
Bob Plaggett of I Like to Make Stuff, and Frank Howarth. Howarth?
I asked him to clarify, and he did not. And he was like, well, and then went into this long story that literally didn't answer the question. So anyway, so Frank.
And myself.
And you. And it was great. And now there's kittens running all around our feet right now.
We are going to do more stuff soon. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but we have a cool Christmas project planned with miniature donkeys.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, we can say that much. It should be fun.
It's going to be amazing.
And Christmassy.
Yes. Well, and I
stuff
mean,
like that.
if you don't know already, I have miniature donkeys. So
does have miniature
that's
donkeys.
kind of the best thing in the
And
world.
I'm just, the kittens are WWFing each other. Like
Oh yeah, as you
backstabbing
do, as you do.
Okay. Thanks again. I'm gonna
Awesome,
give
dude.
those.
Thanks.
Solid.